Hey Brian, Scott Walker with Impact Latent SEO. I just just talked to you on the phone. I'm making this video showing you how I've helped other companies, get more leads through their online presence, through your website, Google Business Profile, and ads. I like to start with your website, kind of go over the things you can do here to help you out, and then move on. So, first off, really like I really like this logo. I think it's cool that you got all three of them in there. But yeah, so one thing I always recommend for your website is to add more content. The reason I say that is because Google loves to see content. They want to see 1,500 to 2,000 words on your homepage. Throughout that content, you want to be found for buyer intent keywords. For me, I like to have them be a city and a service. So like for you, you have Utah disaster cleanup, which is great, but like I like to go a little more granular to where it's like Salt Lake City. So like water damage Salt Lake City is a great keyword that you might want to be ranking for because those are people who are looking for your service in that area. The other thing you could do is if you save your imagery correctly on this, that's going to be a background image. Let's see, is this a background image too? I think so. So it says Utah Disaster Cleanup and Restoration Services Murray. Instead of that, for your background images, those are not really an image, that's just a background, so that's one thing I'd also recommend doing. But if you save those as a keyword, it counts as content as well because it's embedded behind the photo for you. And I use a tool called Ahrefs to show me your analytics and where you're setting the DR and UR as the strength and trust that Google has for your website. These are on a scale of 100 and you want those continuously moving up. You're currently at 0.6 and 4 due to your backlinks your referring pages and domains, which are backlinks. And what a backlink is when one website links to another website via clickable button or text. But not all backlinks are created equal, so you do want to stay relevant to your industry whenever possible. It also looks like you're being indexed for 45 keywords and you're getting roughly 12 people to your website each month. And it looks like the majority of what you are being found for is your name, which those are not necessarily new people. That's just people who already know you. So for me, looking at some of these keywords, let's see, like mold remediation Utah. You have a lot of Utah, so I'm trying to find like a city here. But yeah, the ones that I like to be found for are like, okay, Salt Lake City disaster cleanup. You're on the 8th page of Google, so nobody's really finding you for that. Disaster cleanup companies. I do like having it with a location attached, just because disaster cleanup Salt Lake, fifth page. So those are the types of buyer intent keywords that I like to go after because they will be turning into customers for you and not just random traffic to your website. Right here, I just looked up water damage restoration Salt Lake. Your Google guarantees always come up right up top. This is awesome because there's 2 guarantees included with this. As a consumer, I know that this company is licensed and insured. And as a business, I know that if I get a phone call from someone, it's going to be a real lead. Otherwise, I can dispute it. Right here, this is the Google ads, so you don't get any money back. So if someone clicks on this, then that money's gone. But a great way to get a good click-through rate is to make sure that as much of this keyword is in the ad as possible. Water restoration Salt Lake, so pretty good right there. They're also the only ones showing right there. And so, but then your landing page experience, you want to have a click-to-call right up top, form submit, what you do, where you do it, and also if you run any promotions right here. And then have the background imagery correlate to what the search query is. So if it's about fire, do fire. If it's about water, do water. And that's how you have a good conversion rate because people know instantly that that is relevant to what they're searching. And then just to kind of give you a search, just a glimpse of what Google counts. Like these don't have a location attached, but I did Salt Lake County. So there's literally thousands of searches done each and every month for just water damage restoration. If we did fire and mold and all that fun stuff, we could be looking at that too. And you can see like the low end and high end click-through ranges, or click-through cost per click, and a good conversion rate is 20%, so that means 1 in 5 clicks will turn into a lead, so you can kind of get a glimpse of how much it would cost for Google Ads to get one new lead. And then moving down into the Google Business Profile, it's okay that you're not here right now. There's so many ways to get here. The biggest one is making sure your name, address, and phone number are the exact same all across the internet. The next biggest one is getting reviews, and I have a really cool trick to get you good reviews and more reviews. We can talk about that in our next call. But then making sure to add your name, address, and phone number into different directories like yellowpages.com is beneficial because Google Google will start to trust you more, and not just in your local area, but in your surrounding areas as well. And then being in the Google Business Profile and the Google Business Profile and ads, about 60 to 70% of traffic stops right there. The rest kind of go down into your organics. It looks like ServPro is one of your top competitors for this. So they do have a decent amount of content on their page, but when you have more content, better buyer intent keywords, those authoritative backlinks and citations, you could start to outrank these guys. And to kind of give you a glimpse of that, with cities attached, I did Murray, Salt Lake, and West Valley. And I'm up in Layton, so that's helpful. But water damage restoration, Salt Lake, there's 150 searches a month. Salt Lake City water damage restoration, there's another 80. So with cities and locations attached, there's about 1,400 searches each and every month for just restoration services. And that doesn't even mean like water damage repair type of stuff. So when you start to outrank your competitors, a percentage of this total volume will start to go to your website instead of theirs. A percentage of the people going to your website will give you a call, and depending on your closing rate, will turn into a customer for you. So Brian, thanks for your time. If you don't like what you see, thank you so much. And if you do like what you see, let's set up a discovery call and see if we'd be a good fit to work together.